And we are live. What's good, everybody? Out here on the lake. Gonna enjoy a quick 1 or 2 hours of fishing out here. Just wanted to chit chat with you guys while I do that. As you come into the live stream, please hit a 1 in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. Looks like everything is looking good out here, guys. A nice, pretty day. But before we get into it, want to make a few quick announcements. Number one, the Tuesday night live stream that takes place every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tonight, I don't know if you guys have seen the thumbnail, but the link to that live stream is in the description. Make sure you click on that and click that notify button. That way you will be notified as soon as that live stream begins. And I mean, you'll get a notification a little ahead of time. And also, in I guess in anticipation of all of the controversy that's going on with banning live imaging, what is that? LiveScope, active target. And of course, you guys know I run my Mega Live system. And actually, let me go ahead and make sure I get that set up right now. But I'm just going to go out here today, try to catch as many fish as I can. Who knows how many that'll be, but see what we can do out here using forward facing sonar. Again, I use the Mega Live system. But for the next live on the water challenge, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the channel, but we have been doing some live on the water challenges where there will be me and maybe 3 to 4 other anglers. We are live on the water, all of us on the same screen. I will go back and put a link in the description to a clip for one of those. But if you go to my channel and just click that last versus icon, the thumbnail for that, you guys will see where we had that last the last on the water challenge. But for the next one, this was the other announcement, guys. The next one that we are going to have, it will be no live imaging. So we'll be out here going for what we know, and it will be a no live imaging challenge. And basically, you know, that's just kind of goes with the live stream that we'll be doing tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, guys. So make sure you guys tune in for that. So let's see who we have checking in. We have 10 plus sounds checking in. What's going on, man? I am just out here getting everything set up so that we can run through a few things. So I have my live imaging running. Let me get my mapping set up on this other unit. And all we're going to do, guys, is use this live imaging that everybody's so familiar with. We're going to locate fish, throw out a few baits to those fish, and I'll let you guys see the fish that I'm targeting, the cover that they're on, and also, you know, you'll be able to see how they react to those baits. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. All right, let's see. We have a few people checking in. But yeah, like I said, this is a quick spur of the moment thing. And the thing that I always tell you guys is make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. A lot of times, whenever I decide to come out here, it could be a last minute thing. And as you saw, it was originally scheduled for 10:10, but I was running a little behind schedule. So ended up, it was originally scheduled for 10 o'clock, but I was running a little behind schedule. All right, so let's see, guys. Let me just get my mapping set up. All right, scroll through here. Here we go. All right, so we're right where we need to be. Got my mapping set up. So let's see what these fish will do out here. So let's start out with a few top water baits. If they don't come up for that, then we'll go ahead and try something that moves a little slower for them. See how that goes. All right, so right now, just trying to locate some of these fish. All right, so what have you guys been up to? Who was out on the lake this weekend? What did you guys do for this holiday weekend, guys? All right, there we go. So I just found some cover right here. Looks like there's a few fish out there. So let me show you guys what I'm looking at. So right here at about 70 to 90 feet out, that is the cover that I'm going to target. I see a few suspended fish out there. So let's see if they want to come out and play. I generally like to make like 90 to 100 yard foot cast. That was not a good cast. Did not really go where I needed it to go. Oh yeah, it looks like these fish will get active, guys. So here we go. You see this fish, the fish right here, they're lined up and they're sitting in about 20 feet of water, but they're suspended all the way up to about 5 to 10 feet. So those are some very good candidates to get out here and have some fish coming up hitting on top water. So let's see what happens. Let's see. All right, I see them moving, guys. Oh yeah, we have some followers now. All right, so here we go. So this is what we're going to do. Get this right back out there where those fish are at. And make it dance. Make it dance for them, guys. Look, there we go. They're hitting on it. They're hitting on it, guys. All right, there we go. Just like that. Just like that, guys. Did you see it? Did you see it? So let me just show you. Right there is where I brought those fish up from. Had them come up. So there we go, guys. Stop number 1. Live imaging fun. Let's see if I can get him to the boat, though. That's the thing. That is the thing. Can I get him to the boat? He's down there fighting. He's like, come on, partner. You hurt my mouth. You got it all up in my mouthpiece. Oh, yeah, it's a all right fish, guys. Let me see if I can get back here and get the net. And the thing about it, a lot of times, these fish, they just want to put the last little bitty hook right there in the mouth. Let's see if I can get him. All right, there we go. All right, got him just like that, guys. Stop number 1, fish number 1. All right, so what do you guys think about using this live imaging? So I just walked you through the entire process. Looks kind of easy, doesn't it? But looks can be deceiving, guys. All right, so here we go. Let me get that out of there so I don't want that hook to get me. All right, let's hop in the chat. I see a few guys checking in. All right, so we have been rolling for a strong 7 minutes and already got fish number 1 to the boat. So for you guys that aren't used to seeing spotted bass, or maybe you're at work and just don't have the enjoyment of getting out here on the water right now, or maybe you have some type of financial issues or just some health issues going on. So I always like to let you guys enjoy the beauty of these fish and the outdoors whenever I'm out here, trying to share that with you. All right, let's see who we have out here. Let's see who we have. All right, shout out to 10 Plus Sounds. We have Brian, the Baker Fisherman. He says, what's going on, man? Now, hey, man, you know, see what I'm out here doing? Out here having a little fun, trying to bring some of this on the water experience to you guys. We have David Quintero checking in. Let's go ahead and get a weight on this fish real quick. Another thing we can do, guys, what do you think? What do you think? What is your guess on the weight of this fish right here? What do you think? What do you think? All right, he has a little bit of weight on him. Let's see. I know you guys want to see that stomach on him. Let me go ahead and get a weight on him and put him back in the water real quick, guys. While I get the scale set up, I will just set him in the live well. Let him go in here and get some nice, cool, fresh water while I get this while I get the scale set up, guys. And what we have been using on the water challenges are these bubble scales. So pretty much all the guys have the same scale, and we measure those fish live and put them back in the water. So like I said, if you guys have not seen the on the water challenges, there we go. Let me show you guys that is zeroed out. Just hit that clear button right there. That zeroes that out for me. All right, let's grab that fish back out of here. All right, buddy, just relax a little bit. We'll have you back home in just a few minutes. All right. Got it zeroed out, guys. What are the guesses? Let me just take a look real quick. Has anybody put their guesses in the chat? All right. Quintero says 1.9. Remember, this is going to be ounces. So is that 1 pound 9 ounces? We're going in ounces, guys. Let's see. All right. So Joseph says first one, maybe a pound, maybe a pound. All right. Then we have Van checking in, says 1. All right. So I guess that's a 1 pound. Brian the Fisherman Baker says 1.5 pounds. Okay, so that would translate to 1 pound 8 ounces. All right, so let me just zero this in again real quick, guys. Show you that it's zeroed. And this is pretty much how we do it on the live challenges too, guys. All right, so I have it zeroed. Let's pop the fish on here and let's see who got the best weight. Who got the weight right? Let's see if I can put it on here so you guys can see it when it locks in. 1 pound, 12 ounces. So just a little under 2 pounds, guys. Let's try it one more time. Let me make sure I had it zeroed out, guys. I may not have zeroed it, zeroed it out the first time. All right, there we go. Got it zeroed out. All right, so drop in the chat. If you haven't made your guess yet, go ahead and drop that guess in there. All right, let's see what it locks on. 1 pound, 12 ounces, guys. So that was right. 1 pound, 12 ounces. All right, so I'll make a few more casts on this location so I can easily get him back out. I put a little cold tag on it, but he's not going to be in the live well that long, guys. So he will be released. So we got 1 pound, 12 ounces on fish number 1. So if somebody can drop that in the chat, go ahead and put MoneyBass, fish number 1, 1 pound, 12 ounces. All right, now let me hop back in the chat real quick. So this is, like I said, you guys, I see a lot of familiar names in here checking in. So you already know the routine. These are pretty much interactive live streams when I'm out here on the water. Let's see. Let's hop back in here and see what you guys are talking about. And also, who is going to be watching the live stream tonight at 8 p.m.? I know you guys have already seen that thumbnail. I put the thumbnail out a little early today. Wanted to give you guys some time to hit that notification bell so you will be able to watch it. And make sure you share the link. What I will be doing different tonight is whenever you guys tune in, send me a message that says drop the link, because I'm going to drop the link so that we can make this one an interactive one. So you guys can come on screen, tell me what your thoughts are on the banning of LiveScope and what the reasoning, as far as the reasons that the different pro anglers are coming out and saying whether they agree or disagree. What are your thoughts on that? So you guys will be able to come on there live and, you know, kind of talk about it a little bit. All right, let's see. So we have Joseph says, come on now. Shout out to the Money Team. Really appreciate you. I always have some guys checking in, supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate it. All right, Joseph says, you sneaking out on the water without letting us know. Oh, yeah, man, I had to make it happen. All right, so Joseph says, what's up, David? Yeah, so you remember David from the On the Water Challenge. He was out there making some things happen, catching a few dinks. We were all out there catching some dinks. All right, Pat says, that's the first one. Oh, yeah, buddy. That was it, right? It's about 7 minutes into the live stream. We already got the first one in. Quintero has said 1.9. Joseph said first one, maybe a pound. Let's see, who was the close to 1 pound, 12 ounces? Looks like it may have been Quintero. All right, Brian the Baker Fisherman. Brian the Fisherman Baker. I always say that name backwards. He says 1.5. All right. Joseph says that GoPro shrinkage. Oh yeah. They look a lot smaller on the camera a lot of times than what they actually are. All right, so let me get lined back up. A lot of times once I catch one fish out, you know, I'll just go ahead and leave them alone. But for the sake of this, you guys, I showed you what I was targeting and everything. So I'll go ahead and make a few more casts, see if their buddies are too mad at me to come out here and bite again. A lot of times that's what happens, but we'll see. Like, hey, where's our buddy at? Where's little Timmy at? He's gone. All right, yeah, fish number 1, 1 pound. What is that? 12 ounces. All right, so now I'm a little closer in on them. I really don't like being that close, but here we go. So I have them out from about 50 to 70 feet. There's some suspended fish out here, and there's some back here. I can see them cruising around the 80 to 90, 80 to 90 range. And the current's blowing a little funny today, but let's go ahead and flip that bail, make another cast, and see what happens. Let's see if they still gonna come up. Do they still want to play? I may have to change it up a little bit for them. So what do you guys think about those on the water challenges that we've been having, where we have the anglers on the screen? It'll be 4 or 5 of us on the screen. All of the anglers can communicate with each other. You guys are active in the chat. So for me, the experience Seems like it's a, you know, a fun experience for everybody. And for the guys participating, I know the guys out there having fun. I mean, even when we're not catching fish, we can get on there and do a little trash talk. We know we can hear each other and all that good stuff. So, you know, it adds another element of excitement to it. And I don't think I have seen anyone else doing that specific format. Of course, the closest one that's out there is the MLF, but with that, the viewers aren't able to communicate with the anglers. With this, the way that we do it, guys, as you know, you guys are on there offering suggestions to the anglers, like what they should be trying to catch the fish with, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it just makes it a little more fun. All right, so Joseph says, I think I'll be stopping by Lanier in a month. All right, so we might have to set up another on the water challenge for whenever Joseph gets in town. Let him come out here and enjoy some of the action. Are you going to be bringing your boat with you, or are you just here on a business trip or something like that? All right, there we go, guys. Got another one just like that. Just like that. Let's see if we can get 2 to the boat. Can we make it a twofer? Can we make it a twofer, guys? 2 for 1. All right, this, oh man, come on, buddy. Don't, oh, he just saw me. He is not happy. He was like, who is this pulling me up here? What is going on? Oh, he's trying to fight a little bit. I guess he knows these little single hooks. If he fights hard enough, he got more than one hook in him now. I think he fought a little too hard. Let's see. Come on back over here, buddy. Ah, come on. Come over here. Come over here. Come on. Am I going to get him? Am I going to get him, guys? He's still fighting. This fish is not giving up. Let's see if I can get him. Oh, I got him. I got you, buddy. I got you. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, guys. You know the routine. Let me get this thing unhooked. Oh, my goodness. I have a big hole in my net, which is definitely big enough for a fish to come out of. I'll show that to you guys in just a second. Let me get that out of here. All right, so we'll get this one weighed up. All right, there we go, guys. Fish number 2. Check it out. Check out the coloration. Nice cut. Uh-oh. We have some schooling fish. Those are a lot bigger. Come on, buddy. Oh, man. Man, I like catching them when they're schooling, guys. It makes it a lot easier. But I was not ready. Was not ready. I wasn't ready for it. Yeah, I got a few lures out here I want to test out too. Just trying some different top water baits. I think this is like a Lucky Craft pointer or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Let me get that one. Get that one in the queue. See if I can get them to come up and hit that. All right, let's see. Joseph says we will be circling back towards the house. Let me see. I'll have is my kayak. All right, kayak fishing. All right, second fish, 1 pound. Let me see. 6.5 ounces. All right. Joseph says, got that LiveScope thirst. All right, so let me show you guys the fish again. And actually, before I do that, let me get everything back ready so I can these fish start coming up on me again like that. I'll be ready for it. All right, get this out of this net. Man, that's something I need, guys. I need to get one of those nets that the rubberized net, so I don't have to worry about trying to get these lures back out of there. Now I'll be ready for them when those fish come back up again. And I have a feeling that any minute they'll be coming back up again. So let me just get that rod set just like that so it'll already be ready. All right, and once again, for everybody that is just tuning in tonight, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we do a live stream. Man, that fish is down in there getting active, just like you guys are doing in the chat. But every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have our live stream. So tonight, the link for tonight's live stream is in the description. The thing that I would do for this one is right at the beginning of the live stream, I will drop the link so you guys can actually be brought onto the screen to add your opinions, thoughts, suggestions, all that good stuff to the topic for the evening, which is the banning of LiveScope, live imaging, active target, Mega Live, and of course LiveScope, guys. So a lot of pro anglers have been coming in offering their thoughts and opinions on it. So I didn't put a call tag on this fish, and I don't want to get stabbed by those fins. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, so let's guess the weight. What do you guys think the weight of that fish right there is, guys? Here we go. He's checking us out, checking us out. All right, nice, pretty Lake Lanier spot. All right, so what do you guys think? Let's guess the weight on that one. Has anybody put in? I see Joseph put 1 pound, 6.5 ounces. All right. So let's see how close Joseph is on that. Nobody else wants to guess. I don't see any other guesses in the comments. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's check it out. And you know what? I didn't even turn the scale on. I didn't zero it. All right, so let's turn the scale on, guys. All right, we have Joe Winkler. Oh, check it out, guys. We have Almond Eyes checking in. Shout out to Almond Eyes. Glad you are here checking out the live stream. Make sure you guys tune in tonight at 8 p.m. where we will be doing our weekly live stream. All right, so we have it zeroed out. I see a few guesses in here. Anybody else want to guess before we before I go ahead and get the weight on this fish, the official weight? All right, here we go, guys. Let's see. This one was a little bit smaller than the other one. All right, locking in at, whoo, oh man, they're coming up on top over there too, guys. Man, all right, so 1 pound, 3 ounces. So who is the winner on the second fish? All right, so somebody in the chat dropped the next fish at 1 pound, 3 ounces. I don't think this one is a keeper though, guys. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, it's just barely touching. So that is actually that fish is just long. It's a long fish, but his weight is, the fish is long, but the weight is short. All right, so there's 2 right there, guys. And like I said, I leave the fish in the live well. Let me go ahead and put a little water on them. I leave them in the live well until I leave the current spot that I'm fishing, because they are active right now. But the same way you'd go back and tell your friends if something was kind of shaky going on out there, these fish will do the same thing. And actually, they're hitting on top right now. Let's get back out there. Let's get back out there. All right, no takers that time. No takers. All right, let me hop back in the chat. So Peyton Baker said 1 pound. We had Joe Winkler said 1 pound, and Baker, okay, came in with the 1 pound. So what do you guys think? Somebody could drop in the chat. Fish number 1, MoneyBass. Fish number 1. What was that weight? Like 1 pound, 12 ounces, I believe. Fish number 2, 1 pound, 3 ounces. So I'm not really out here going after weight, guys, just trying to catch some numbers so we can have some fun during the live stream. We have been rolling for a good 25 minutes. 2 fish to the boat. It's pretty decent considering how some of these days have been out here. Been out here for like 4 or 5 hours and everybody's struggling. I know you guys have seen that, but today we have a little overcast. You know, it's looking kind of good out here. Oh my goodness. There we go. Fish number 3, guys. Fish number 3. Woo, don't jump, baby. Don't jump. Oh, he just jumped. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he tried to come out of the water with it, and he's spitting up bait fish. All right, so yeah, this is just a little school of small ones. That's why I need to check my line, make sure I don't need to retie because I don't want to lose my bait. Oh, that fish is not happy about that. All right, so I showed you guys on the live imaging what I was targeting, where the fish were at. So I'll do the same thing again on this one. All right, so this one got the bait a little bit better. It's better when they have more than one little small hook in the side of their mouth. Let me just go ahead and get this one unbuttoned real quick. All right, there we go. Fish number 3. What do you guys think? Anybody want to drop a weight in the chat? So we've been rolling for what, about 26 minutes, guys. Have fish number 3. All right, so what do you guys think the weight on this one is? So I can tell you, I'll give you a hint that this one's probably going to be the smallest one. How about that? All right, so I see we have Bill Meeks dropping in 1 pound 5 ounces. All right, let's get the scale zeroed out. You guys see it's zeroed out right there? All right, let's see. 1 pound 2 ounces. All right, so we're getting a little smaller on the fish. We're getting some numbers, guys. I mean, what do you think? When you're watching, is just the catching of the fish, you know, a little bit of excitement for you? Do you guys want to see actual some poundage, some size on those fish that are coming in? Let's see. And oh my goodness, I am so surprised that these fish with this small of weight are actually 14 inches. This fish is touching 14 inches, guys, and it only weighs 1 pound. What was it? 1 pound 2 ounces. 1 pound 2 ounces, guys. All right, so there we go. That's fish number 3. All right, and just a reminder, I do keep the fish in the live well when I'm out here, just for a little bit. Well, as long as I'm fishing that same location, I leave the fish in the live well. Whenever the water temps are a little warmer, guys, it is you know, harder to keep the fish alive, especially if you keep them in the live well for an extended time. Then the other thing I have to do is always check this line. Don't want to lose a bait once I get some of those bigger fish on there. All right, so yeah, so they're not doing anything too detrimental to the line. Let's see, who else do we have checking in? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. All right, so we have James Anderson says, we did not use LiveScope this weekend. Let me see, he was on St. Clair, found them in very shallow water Saturday and West Point Sunday, rocking banks upper river. Oh yeah, I will be at West Point this coming up weekend, guys. So, you know, do a little club tournament out there, having some fun and fellowship with some of the guys. So I will be at Lake West Point. All right, so what I told you guys is I would show you basically what today is all about. Tonight's live stream, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys check it out. We will be having a live interactive live stream. So I will bring you guys on the screen so you can offer your thoughts and opinion on how all of the anglers. Oh my goodness, did you guys see that? And the fish just jumped right here. Can you see the wake? But how the anglers have been coming out speaking their minds on how they actually feel about the LiveScope live imaging being banned and all the controversy going around it. So we're going to go over that and get some opinions and thoughts from just average everyday anglers like us. How do we actually feel about it? I mean, for me, as you can see, I'm out here using it. It's fun for me. You know what I mean? And I try to make it exciting for you guys. You guys are watching it. That's one of the things that they say is like, hey, people don't like watching it. But let's go ahead and get right back into it real quick, and then I'll hop into the chat again. So this is what I'm targeting, guys. Maybe this is what will make it more exciting for you guys as far as the way that I do my format. I'll show you guys what I'm targeting. So we have suspended fish out here. Right now I have them sitting at about 50 to 80 feet, and there's some actually back here about 95 feet that are coming into play right now. So all I'm doing is making a cast that is about 100 feet out and getting those fish to come up and hit on top, because they're suspended. They're only about 5 feet below the water, so that is not any distance at all for those fish to cover some ground real quick and come up there and get these baits that I'm throwing out there to them. All right, so there is the next cast, guys. Let's see. So we have 3 fish to the boat, all pretty much coming out of that same school. All right, let me get line back up. And just for you guys that are tuning in and may not have been following my channel that much, I am running Humminbird. So I have a Humminbird 12-inch screen right here. This is what I run my live imaging on. And sometimes I will switch that over to live imaging and sonar if I need to, if I see some fish like that one right there that's directly under the boat. But pretty much I just run my live imaging on that screen. On this screen down here, I generally run this on just mapping, but I'm able to see what I want right now. So, but this is a 10-inch screen down here. And this is a G2N unit. This is a G4N unit, the newest ones that are out. And that's a side imaging unit. But up front, you generally only need a down imaging unit. But that is what I'm running, guys. And up here, tap that right there, that big yellow arrow, that is target lock. That allows my transducer for my live imaging to be free from the trolling motor. I am spot lock right now. So if you notice the trolling motor moving around on its own like that, that is because I am currently spot locked. And I can use this foot pedal down here to control the target lock system. All right, so we're going to make another cast. Let me get lined up, and then I'll show you guys the fish that I'm going to target this time. All right, so right out here, you can see these fish at like 95 feet. Right here is the cover that they're relating to. These fish are heading toward that cover. So if I can make that cast out to about 100, 110 feet, bring it right over their heads, by the time it gets close to that cover, those fish are going to come up and hit it. That is the game plan. That's the way it's supposed to be. So let's see. So there's a good cast. And let me just get this thing moving. See if I can get it above their heads. All right, there it goes. Let me slow it down a little bit. All right, so we had no takers on that one. So they may have noticed that 3 of their friends are missing. so they might not bite like they were before. So what I do now is just change up and throw something that will go down to some of the ones that might be on the bottom. Get another cast out here. All right, no takers on that one. So things have slowed down just a little bit. They're not as active as they were. And that's another thing about live imaging is you can kind of get an idea of the fish behavior also. So the fish are still there, but they're not reacting to it. So what I like to do is just slow it down a little bit. Actually, let me just try still another moving bait, but just a little slower and see how that works out. See how that works. All right, let me hop back into the chat once again. And the other thing, guys, the next on the water challenge will be a no live imaging challenge. So for you guys that are the diehard, don't like live imaging, we're going to put on a little show for you for that one. And what you'll be able to do is actually see the anglers that are fishing. You'll be able to interact with us. All right, so here they come, guys. They're following that bait. Let's see if you guys can see it on the screen. So my bait is coming right over that cover right now, and they're following it. There's another one coming out to it, but they did not take it. So yeah, so right now they may not like those moving baits right now because they've seen 3 of their friends get yanked out of the water. Make one more cast with it. But yeah, what I was saying is the next on the water challenge. If you guys haven't seen how we do those, just go to my channel and you'll see a thumbnail where it has me and it has a big VS, me versus 3 other anglers. And what we do is go out on the water. You guys can actually see us interacting live with each other, and you guys can get active in the chat and participate in all the trash talk and all that good stuff too. So it's a good time for the people participating and the people that are watching the chat. Oh my goodness. They're schooling over there too, guys, coming on top. Now that's one of the funnest ways for me to catch those fish, when they're actually coming up on top and I don't have to try to get those fish to come up to hit the bait. All right, let me hop back in the comments again real quick, guys. So we've been rolling for about 35 minutes. Caught the first fish 7 minutes into the live stream, which is always a good thing to get things rolling. All right, so let's see, where were we at in the chat? All right, Bill Meeks had said 1 pound 5 ounces on that fish. All right, Darren Pearson says, yes, I think. Maybe you guys are getting active in there. Uh-oh, Joe Winkler has said 1 pound 2 ounces. I think he may have got it. All right, Peyton Baker says 1 pound. Darren Pearson said, it's a dink. It's a dink. Guess what? That dink was actually 14 inches. Man, that was kind of crazy. That fish weighed 1 pound 2 ounces, but it was actually long. It was a long, that's the second one that I caught that was like that. They were long, and they were still actually 14 inches. I haven't really seen that before. All right, Joe Winkler says, woohoo, shout out to the money team. Oh yeah, Joe Winkler, strong supporter of the channel. Really appreciate it. If anybody wants to support the channel, just click the join button right below the video. It'll give you some information about how to support the channel. And one of those ways is becoming a member of the money team, which are the members of the channel. You'll have a badge right next to your name, like you see with Joe Winkler. And depending on how long you have been a member of the channel, that will kind of dictate the number that is on that banner. So I know some of the guys have, you know, they're in for 6 months or longer supporting the channel. So really appreciate those guys that have taken the time to not only subscribe, but are also contributors and members of the channel. So really appreciate it. All right, so now what I'm going to do, guys, I've come in a little closer. So right now, the cover that I'm fishing is probably about 50 feet in. But as you can see back here, look at all those suspended fish. Those are some nice sized fish. Those are about 70, 80 feet out there. So instead of doing what I was about to do, because of what I just saw on that live imaging, I want some of those bigger fish. So now let me just change my bait up. Let me change this up a little bit and see if I can get some of those bigger fish to come up on top. All right, make a real long cast. All right, I did not spot lock, so I kind of drifted off the spot a little bit. Let me just get lined back up. Now, those were some nice sized fish, guys. Those are the kind that you want to catch. But being that those are some nice sized fish and the ones that you want to catch, they're not stupid. They didn't get big by being dumb. So they kind of know the routine out here. All right. All right, let me try another moving bait. Get something moving a little bit faster for them. All right, no action on that. No bueno. Let's get another one. All right, so these fish may be cooling down a little bit now, guys. All right, let me slow it down a little bit and hop back into the chat. See what you guys are in here talking about. All right, so I'm going to make about an 80-foot cast on that one. See if I got it. All right, so there we go. So about 80 feet is where my bait hit. You can see my bait coming down right here. There's some cover right here. Let's see if any fish come out there to it. Okay, yep. Fish headed over right over to my bait. There's some more cover right there. So let's see. Just because you can see them doesn't mean that those fish want to eat something. So we'll see, guys. So I'm going to fish that kind of slow back to the boat. And while I'm doing that, I can hop back into the chat. Joe Winkler said bingo. Oh, yeah, he got the weight on that last one. All right, Al Small says, let me see. I'm from South Carolina listening. Oh, yeah, shout out to you, man. I'll be going through South Carolina next month. For those that don't know, I did qualify for the regionals that will be taking place at Lake Norman. So I fished the BFL. This was my first time fishing the season of the BFL. and qualify for the regionals. Shout out to everybody who participated in, I guess, kicking in some of those super chats and cash apps, all that kind of stuff, to help me cover some of those entry fees. Really appreciate that, guys. But for that, this was my first season fishing the BFLs. The goal was 45th place or better overall in the standings to basically just finish 45th or better and make the regionals. And that is what we did. So it did get kind of tough towards the end. I was sitting in 31st place. Then I dropped to 38th. And then it was looking kind of shaky. I was kind of nervous. But then I was able to hold on to it and finish 40. What was it? 41st. So I was 41st overall in the standings. All right. So really appreciate that. All right. Then Bass for Him says, what are you doing? Let me see. What you are doing is what I have been saying for the last year. PIP with the HDMI out, available now on forward-facing sonar systems, and is shown on, what is that, Steam PIP, while tournaments are being fished. Oh yeah, partner. I mean, I've been doing it like that, and for pretty much since I've got it, I've been out here showing you guys how I set my units up. A lot of people want to see the settings. Let me go ahead and just show you that real quick. So if I just go into menu, then you can see how my settings are right here. Pinging on, I have it set in forward mode. All of this good stuff is the guys you want to see. So I have it on auto. Auto sensitivity is off. I have my sensitivity on 20, contrast 14. So I'll just scroll through there real quick for anybody that has Mega Live that may want to see how I have my system set up in persistence mode, which is that purple haze. I have that set on medium. My color palette is on 3. I've always liked that color palette number 3. But those are my settings, guys. If anybody wants to see those in a little bit more detail, you can go back and just kind of pause it on that screen. But yeah, so I think that is kind of the deal with that as far as the live imaging thing. A lot of people do want to see that, want to learn, because when people that aren't fishing see the images on the screen, they may not know what they're looking at, but they're kind of intrigued because they're like, oh, you can actually see the fish that you're trying to catch. Yeah. Yep, you can actually see them. And the other thing about it, you can still see the fish on sonar. Some people use their side imaging for that, and even the Mega 360, but I don't really use those to locate fish. I locate structure and cover with those systems. All right, let's see. Let me hop back into the chat again, guys. So there are still fish here. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. So these fish are sitting like 80, 90 feet out, and they're kind of coming closer towards the boat and moving away. So do you guys think I should stay and keep catching some of these fish? You see some of the ones that I've caught are kind of, well, the ones I've been catching, they don't really have a lot of size to them, but I'm catching fish. So would you guys stay or would you leave? Now, this isn't a tournament situation. In the tournament situation, I would have been gone a long time ago. But today for the live stream, do you guys want me to stay and continue showing you what I'm looking at on the screen and how I'm targeting those fish, or do you want me to take off and leave? That is the question. All right, so we have Joseph says, let me see, lost internet for a bit. How much did the second fish weigh? I think that second fish was 1 pound, 2 ounces. So if somebody can drop it in the chat. So we have MoneyBass, fish number 1. I don't remember the weights now. I think it was 1 pound, 12 ounces. Fish number 2 was 1 pound, 3 ounces. Fish number 3, 1 pound, 2 ounces. So we're not out here catching weight, guys. We're catching some numbers. And I mean, like I said, we've been rolling for about 43 minutes. But of course, when I do these live streams, I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm doing a lot of talking. So it's not 100% fishing. All right. So now let's take another look. Look at those fish lined up, 80 to 90 feet out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's still more coming in. So they're all the way from 50 to 90 feet. So what I'm going to do with that is throw another bait out here to see if I can get those fish to come up again. See if I can get those fish to come up. A lot of times when they're grouped up like that and they're lined up like soldiers, that's what I like to call it. They're lined up like soldiers. They're marching in. Let's see if we can get those fish to go ahead and get active. Let's see. All right. We have some lookers, but no takers. All right. Let me see. Peyton says, what is your favorite bait? Oh man, my favorite bait to catch a fish on is going to be a shaky head. Once I get them caught on that single hook, it's pretty much a done deal. So I would say shaky head is my favorite. All right, Living Out Loud, the podcast is good morning, Money Bass. Good to see you out there on this beautiful day. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day today. Have a little bit of is that overcast? Not really over. Yeah, I guess kind of cloudy, overcast. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. There's a whole school of fish behind this thing. Oh, oh, and they did not take it, guys. They didn't take it. Oh my goodness. I saw a whole school of fish. Those are some nice sized fish too. They followed all the way to the boat. So let me show you real quick on this. There we go. Can you see all those fish? I had a little bit of interference because I had my 360 running. So when it hits a hard surface, sometimes it gives a little feedback. But look at all those fish moving down here. They followed from all the way out here and came all the way to the boat and then started going back down, guys. Those were the fish that I was talking about. So they were about to hit it, but changed their mind. So let's see. Let's try another little technique. Since those fish are kind of closer right now. Let's see. Let me try something else. Let's just pitch something right out here to them and see what they think about that. Since they came all the way to the boat. How about it? All right, Bass for him. Let's see if Bass would watch this channel. Let me see. They might get a clue. Oh, they're gonna come in. They're gonna take the Money Bass style, huh? Gonna let the people start interacting with the anglers. So look, that's the thing, guys. I need you guys to help support this channel so we can keep getting bigger. Make sure you share these live streams, and also whenever we do the on the water challenges, and it's kind of like the MLF format because we're actually, you can see all of the anglers on the screen, but the difference is we're actually talking to each other, and we have a commentator that's talking, but the anglers can actually talk to each other. Whenever somebody's out there catching dinks or they haven't caught anything, oh yeah, we put the pressure on them. And then the other thing is, you guys offer suggestions as far as what baits you think we should throw, all that kind of stuff. So it's really interactive and it's fun. And as you can see, I show what I'm seeing on my screen. Oh my goodness. Check it out, guys. They're still out there getting active. There they go. They're all lined up again. Can you guys see it? And it looks like they may have followed my bait down too. So let's see. Let's see if I can get one of these fish to take it. All right, Bass for him says, let's see. If Bass would watch your channel, they might get a clue on what works for the fans. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And make sure you guys tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's what we're going to be talking about this whole banning of live scoping, the reasons behind it, and all the anglers that have been coming out, talking about it and putting in their opinions, thoughts, suggestions, all that good kind of stuff. And this will be a chance for you guys to speak, because what I'll do is pull you up on the screen live and, let you voice your opinion for a minute or two and see what other people have to say about it. So it's always a good time on this channel, guys. We always try to make it interactive and bring you guys into the mix. All right, so let's see. Bill Meek said, move to another location. All right, so yeah, so that was the question. Should I move or should I stay? So you guys see all those fish out there, they're active. So if you want me to move, put move and why you want me to move. If you want me to stay, put stay and why you want me to stay. Let's go ahead and make it like that. And then I'll take a look and then we'll make a decision. I'll make a quick decision and we might go ahead and take off. All right, so Bass for him says, depends. Leave if you want. Let me see. If you have a lot of alternate areas with no one sitting on them. All right. Let me see. Have you tried a Demiki rig? Yeah, I used to catch them on a Demiki rig when when the water temps were a little lower, but I haven't used it once it started heating up. Joe Winkler says, never leave fish to find fish. All right, Joe Winkler has sponsored some of these live streams, so it sounds like Joe Winkler wants me to stay a little bit longer. And I've only had one leave and one stay, so I'm just waiting to see some more responses, see what you guys have to say. So let me try a different top water bait, something that puts makes a little more noise on top. See if that'll get those fish to bite. Make a real long cast with it. All right, there we go. Get some good noise and splashes going on, guys. All right, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys tune in for the live stream. The thumbnail is already out there. The link is in the description. Go ahead and click on that link and let me know. Give me some feedback on that thumbnail I got out there, guys. There's a link in the description. Click on that link. Go and take a look at that thumbnail and come back and give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think about that thumbnail. So yeah, we're going to have a very interesting conversation, and you never know, because Randy Blockett has actually been live in the chat before sometimes, guys. I haven't brought him up on the screen, but he's been live in the chat, kind of kick back watching what's going on. So it'll definitely be a good one, guys. So there'll be a lot of different thoughts, opinions, and all that kind of stuff, covering another controversial topic that has been around, I guess, since electronics in general have come out. All right, yeah. So when I'm throwing this bait out here that makes a lot more splash and everything, and these fish are not even, they don't even care, they're just staying where they're at, then yeah, it's time to move on, guys. And like I said, generally I would have moved on a long time ago. So it's 11 o'clock, 3 fish to the boat. Let's go back here and let these fish go back to their friends and tell them that they were abducted by an alien. Turn that water off. Ooh, man, they are not too happy about that. All right, so there we go, guys. Got 3 fish to the boat. You guys see them? That was the biggest one right there. So now let's let these guys go. Actually, what I'll do is I'll let them go right up here at the front of the boat. Let's see if we can see them swim off on live imaging. Just bear with me, guys. It's live. And I'm trying to get in position, sitting right on top of these units. All right, so there's the live. Let's let all 3 of them go. And let's see if we can see them on the screen. Is that them? Nope, I did not see them. Yeah, I didn't see them swim off, guys. All right, there we go. So spot number 1, we stayed here for 1 hour. So let's go ahead and just ease off to another location. I'm not gonna really go too far, guys, because you guys get the gist of the live stream. We're out here before they ban live imaging. Are they gonna ban it and say, hey, partner, you can't even go out there and use it to have fun? We're gonna ban it off of all these lakes. You're out here catching all the fish. Now, I know you guys saw that there were a lot of fish out there. I mean, how many fish would you guess that we just saw within that little area that I was at? My guess would be, I don't know, 30 to 50 fish. I caught 3 of them out of there. And then after that, they're smart enough to know that, hey, something's not right here. So to me, I think they kind of adapt to this new technology, regardless of what it is, over time, because if they didn't, they wouldn't really be here that long. All right, so now we're going to ease off to another location, guys. But while we're doing that, are you guys still getting active in the chat? All right, did everybody fall asleep? What's going on with the chat, guys? All right, so who has clicked the link and taken a look at the thumbnail for the live stream for tonight? If you have, go ahead and drop a message in the chat and just let me know what you think. And also, who is going to be on the live stream tonight? 8 p.m. Eastern is when we will be live tonight. So who's going to watch that live stream tonight? And like I said, make sure you guys share the link. All right, let's ease off and head to another spot. All right, we're gonna ease up on stop number 2. We got 3 fish out of stop number 1. Pretty decent. Going for numbers, not size today. Just want to get out here and chit chat with you guys while we're out on the water. Has anybody been in any tournaments or been out fishing or anything this weekend? What did you guys do for your Labor Day weekend? All right, Joseph says, let's see, we're active, we are live. There we go, you know it. All right, stop number 2, guys. Stop number 2. Let's see how we're looking. So what I'll do, as always, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at on the live screen and what I'm going to target. Let me get my mapping set up on this lower unit now. All right, so now I'm just scanning around for fish off of this point. All right, I saw one that was sitting out there kind of low enough to where if I threw something that was on the bottom, like a shaky head, something like that, it might follow it down and go ahead and take it. All right, so now for me, this is what I start seeing at about 90 to 100 feet out. If you guys can start seeing these blips, those are fish. There's one at 60, 70, another one at 70. So there's a bunch of fish out there. So the thing that I want to do is see how close they are to the top. They're about 5 to 15 feet suspended. So now I'm going to lock onto those fish. Here we go. Here we go. Those fish right there, I can get those fish to come up and hit on top. They're about 60 feet out, which is perfect. Perfect. All right. Come on, get untangled from back there. All right, there we go. So now let me lock back onto those fish. I use my spot lock, so I have my spot lock on right now. I did not lock on with my target lock, so the fish kind of went out of frame, so I have to get lined back up on them again, guys. There they go. All right, so did you guys see what I'm targeting? And first I'm going to throw something on top. They're sitting at about 70 to 90 feet out. So I want to make, oh no, that wasn't a good cast. It wasn't a good cast. So I want to get that back in quickly before they see it. And I move them off of the way that they're set up. Let's see. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, yeah, so that was a good long cast right there. And make that thing splash a little bit on top. See if it gets their attention. Now we will start moving it. All right, they're down there. Yep, they did not follow at that time. All right, so did you guys see what I was showing you I was targeting? So Joseph says, so tell me this, how you fish in jeans in this heat? Man, I just threw something on real quick and came out to the water, man. But I mean, if you look around, the sun isn't out right now. I don't know what the temps are, but I mean, it's a nice cool breeze. But yeah, I should have shorts on, but I just threw something on. I wanted to hurry up and get out here on the water. As you saw, I was about 10 minutes late. So I was just trying to hurry up and get out here. All right, and let's see. Joseph says, put either 23 or 28 in the kayak yesterday. Wow, what lake was that? Was that pond fishing, lake fishing? What were you doing with that to get 23 fish? Now, that's a lot of fish. I mean, there could be days like that out here too, but for me, a lot of times when I come out here, I'm just trying to relax, enjoy the scenery, enjoy some conversation on the live stream if I don't have somebody on the boat with me. All right, so now let me lock in and I'll show you guys what I'm about to target now. All right, so I'm just scanning using my target lock system. Shout out to Sly Doggy TN. This was actually donated to the channel, guys. Somebody donated an entire target lock system to the channel. All right, so I hit this button right here to lock on place, and I'm locked on to that cover right there. If you guys can see that cover, there's a fish sitting right in front of it. These fish are suspended maybe about 15 to 15 feet down. They might come up, but what I'm going to do is throw something and get those fish to follow it down. And let's see if I can get that on the screen for you guys. So I made that 70-foot cast. You guys can see my bait coming down right here. Can you see it? And there's a fish going straight over to it. Can you see them? 2 fish, about 2 or 3 fish. They all just went down there to it. Now the thing is, will they bite? It does not always mean that those fish will bite. So we will see, guys. We have been running for, what is it, 1 hour and 50 minutes. All right, so what we are going to do, guys, is see if these fish bite. All right, are they going to bite? And the answer is no. And the reason why I'm saying no is because I can see those fish moving around on here on the bottom. So once, and it's one of those things, guys, some people can read these screens a lot better than other ones. So like, here's a fish right here moving along the bottom. That fish is right about where my bait is at. And so that fish is still following it. But now, if you can see, that fish is now swimming back towards that cover. But it didn't go all the way back to the cover. So you can still see these fish. There's another one that just came off the bottom. So those fish are still following that bait. But they just haven't decided to bite it yet. All right, so check this out. This fish is suspended. Can you see that fish going down towards that bait? So my bait is right in here somewhere. It went down towards it and it came back up. But there's some other fish down there looking at it. They're just not taking it. Yep, not taking it, guys. All right, for everybody just tuning in, be sure to tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern for the weekly live stream. Tonight's topic will be the banning of live imaging and how people are, a lot of the pros are coming out talking about it now. All right, I just made a 75-foot cast. There's my bait going straight down. You can see the fish coming up to look at it. It's going straight into that cover. It was another cast about the same as the one that I just previously did. Those fish did not take it. This one is a little more into that cover. So now let's see if that may be the ticket, if that may be the key to get those fish to bite. All right, so what I've done is showed you guys what I'm looking at on my live imaging and how I choose to attack that. So the first spot we were at, I caught 3 fish. All of those came on top water on moving baits. I threw a worm out there a few times, but they weren't really wanting something like that. They're wanting those moving baits. So this right here allows me to fish those for those fish, but not really pull them off of the cover. They'll follow it a little bit away from the cover, then they'll turn around and go back to the cover if they're not gonna commit to biting it. So sometimes that's a strategy that you can use when those fish are real finicky. But off of that first spot, guys, we got 3 fish. Off of this second spot, I don't know. This one looks like it may be tough, guys. So those fish are kind of relating to the bottom. They're not as suspended as the other ones were. And they're not hitting this this bait that's down on the bottom. They're following it. All right, so has anybody clicked the link in the description yet and went and taken a look at that thumbnail so that you can give me some feedback on what do you think about that thumbnail and the topic of tonight's live stream? Make sure you guys tune in 8 p.m. Eastern. And also the other announcement is the next On the Water Live that we do. And for those that aren't familiar with it, each week I do an On the Water Live challenge where it'll be me and maybe 3 to 4 other anglers right now, and we get out on the water, compete with each other. The same way that you see me on the screen, you will see all 4 of us on the screen at the same time, and we have somebody that moderates, does a little commentary during the competition, and the anglers can talk to each other. So we're out here doing a little trash talk and all that good kind of stuff. And there's maybe 2 or 3 different views or angles that you get to see the different anglers while they're fishing. And if you're wanting to see what I'm talking about, just go to my channel and you'll see the on the water challenge. I think there may be like 3, 4 of those or something like that. So just click on one of those and you'll see the format that I'm referring to. The last one, I think it has like 4 or 5 of us on the screen. So it's pretty fun, guys. It's very interactive for the people watching and obviously for the anglers themselves, because we're able to hear your comments, see what you guys are saying in real time. Some of us will change up what we're doing based on what you are saying in the chat, especially if we're catching a bunch of small fish or something like that. So yeah, it's a good time. So the next on the water challenge will be a no forward facing sonar challenge. So I run Mega Live. Some of the other guys run LiveScope, and some of the guys run Active Target. So that's Humminbird, Lowrance, and Garmin systems. All right, so let me change it up a little bit real quick, and then we'll move on to another location, guys. But man, I wanted to keep the streak going. I needed to catch at least 1 fish from this spot before I moved on. Let's see what these fish are over here doing. All right, let me lock back on with my target lock system. I'll get that way out there. There we go. All right, now let's see if anything will take that. So that cast went out to about just a little under 90 feet. So I'm letting that sink down. And I kind of lost it on the screen. I didn't adjust the beam or anything, so I didn't follow it all the way down. And then let's just kind of slow roll it back and see what these fishes think about it. See if we can catch 1 or 2 more fishes before I end this live stream. All right, they see it, guys. They see it. They're starting to react to it. Let me just show you on the screen what I'm looking at so I can see them start to react to it. I did not have it locked on, so I kind of lost track of my bait. All right, let me lock it back on there. Yeah, so these fish right here are not active. So I would go ahead and pack up and leave from here. But I see another little cluster of fish. So right now, guys, I'm just using all forward-facing sonar. Do you think they're going to ban it? Are they going to tell us ordinary average anglers that we can't get out here and use our live imaging? But just to have some fun, the next on the water challenge, I just have to see which guys are available. And we are going to be out here going for what we know with no live imaging. It will be no live imaging, guys. And see who really has some skills out here on the water without live imaging. And again, we have sponsors that kick in, giving bonuses depending on what bait you catch the fish with. And some of the guys in the chat, they hop in and sponsor live streams, and they may kick some funds out to the anglers. So if you want to support your favorite angler during the live stream. All right, just trying to get this one last cluster of fish, see if I can get those fish to bite. And actually, I can't find them anymore. I think that might be, let's see. Gonna try some shaky head action on them. All right, there we go. I see them. All right, so here we go. So those fish are hiding. If you can see right there, that is a little blip right above the ground. So those fish are all the way on the ground right there. But I'm able to see those fish. So I made a cast right to where I needed it to go. It landed right there, just under 80 feet, and I could see that fish swim over there towards it. Doesn't always mean they're gonna bite, but we'll see. All right, are you guys still getting active in the chat? Are you asleep or you awake? What are you thinking? What's going on? gotta love that top water bite first thing in the morning. So yes, it's not too hot out here today. It's a nice, decent day. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, he put his mouth on it. Uh-oh. She gave me a kiss. Come on, go ahead. I felt it tap, tap. Changed his mind. Didn't want to take it, though. Come on, give me another one of those tappy taps. Oh, I thought I was about to set the hook for you. And who was that said they would send me a super chat if I set the hook that time? Who was that? I cannot remember who that was, guys. But let me go ahead and set the hook for you anyway. Let me go ahead and see some more over there roaming along the bottom. So right now, these fish are just out here kind of roaming around, guys. And that's shallow, on the shallow water. I'm gonna move in a little closer. We have been rolling for 1 hour and 12 minutes. We got 3 fish in the boat. Showing you guys a little bit of what this mega live is all about, what this live imaging is all about, and why it is so controversial, why they wanted to just get rid of it. All right, so I see some fish sitting out there at 60 feet. Let me get that right out there at about 60 feet. There we go, right on the money. 60 feet. You can kind of see where it splashed at right there at 60 feet. Went right down to where those fish were at. Just out there roaming along the bottom. One of them tapped it just a second ago. But it looks like they're saying no more, no mas. They don't want to hit again. All right, so now I'm just scanning around, just trying to see if I can see some fish that look like they might be interested in having a little fun with me today. All right, so I'm gonna lock right on. Here's some cover right here, guys. So that little bit of cover sitting in about, what is that, about 20 to 25 feet of water. The fish are suspended all the way up to just under 10 feet of water. They're on the back side of it and in between the boat and that cover. And there are 2 fish right here. Can you guys see that? Those 2 fish over here. That purple haze is persistence mode. So when those fish are swimming, it leaves a purple haze behind the fish as they're moving, and that kind of lets me know what direction those fish are moving in. So that's the purpose for that. All right, so I made that cast right there at 70 feet. You can see these fish coming right down to it, and they're following it right down into that cover. And that's on a shaky head, guys. That right there is a decent sized fish. There's another fish that's coming over there to it now, and there's one outside of that cover. So let's see what happens right there. Let's just see. Let's just see. All right, taking a look at the chat. Looks like you guys are just watching the show now. Nobody's getting active in the chat, but make sure you guys do tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, and get active in the comments. We're gonna have a nice time, nice fun time talking about the topic for tonight, and let you guys come in live and voice your opinions on it. We're hearing from everybody else, but what do you actually think? And of course, we'll have to put up another poll. And I think tonight's poll will be something along the lines of, what do you think, whether you agree with banning it or not, but what do you think is a legitimate reason for banning it based on all of the different reasons that you were hearing from people? Some of them may have been just because they wanted it banned in the first place. So they were naming like 100 reasons, but were any of those reasons valid? In your opinion, what do you think? And one of these fish should hit it. Let me just show you guys what I'm looking at again. So here's the cover they're relating to. There's a nice sized fish right there, and right down here towards the bottom. So there's 3 nice sized fish, and there's one back here in that cover that's kind of moving around a little bit. So this is the Humminbird Mega Live system on a 12-inch G4N SI unit. But you don't need an SI unit for it. You can use the down imaging. But this was a unit that I used to have at my console. But once I started running my live imaging, I wanted to have the biggest screen possible on there so that I could see things a little better detail. All right, yeah, so these fish are not gonna cooperate. So let me hop on the trolling motor and just cruise a little bit. Let's go ahead and cruise to the next spot. All right, so Joseph says, let me see, what does he say? I'll go to the race trailer and Facebook you some pics. All right, so he's gonna send me some pictures of those 23 to 28 fish that he caught yesterday. Went, got you some pics. All right, sounds good. All right, and hold on. Who do we have here? Chauncey Davis says, I'm in the house, fam. What's going on, Chauncey? Good to see you in the chat. Did you qualify for regionals? Are you going to Lake Norman for the regionals? So I did kind of squeak in there. I came in 41st place. You had to be in the top 45 for the season, which I think is a pretty good finish for me, being that this is my first year fishing the BFL season. I hear some fish hitting on top. So when that happens, you got to stay ready, because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. All right, so we're going to ease over to another spot. What I'm going to do again, guys, is show you guys what I'm looking at on the live imaging system, the fish and cover that I'm going to target, and then we're going to see how those fish react to the baits. All right, so let's go ahead and head on over here. Let's go fish this ledge. All right, so this is what we'll do. I see we still have a few people in here. What I'll do is I will show you guys on the screen what I'm looking at and what I'm going to target, and then I'll give you some options of some baits that I should throw. Let you guys decide what bait I should throw, and then we'll see how that works out. See if that's see what type of interesting twist that has for the live stream. All right. Timothy Turner says, what part of the lake are you fishing? I pretty much fish in the middle to south end of the lake. Sometimes I'll head a little not far up north, but I'll go up north sometimes if I want to try to get some bites a little bit faster. I mean, generally for me, I'll get bigger fish on this end. All right, so here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, so right now, there's the cover. You guys can see that cover. It's sitting at about 50 to 70 feet out. I'm going to pull back off of it a little bit. As you can see, it's starting to move back a little bit. I want to get it to maybe around the 60 to 75 foot range, something like that. So this is what I'm going to target. Right now, I'm not seeing any suspended fish, but I can see some fish. Okay, here we go. So there's some fish right there. There's one that just swam over to that cover, but it looks like those fish are relating closer to the bottom. They're not suspended up above that cover like the other ones were. All right, so based on that, what would you guys throw? Would you throw something that goes right above their heads to try to get them to come out of there? See, here's some back here at about 85 feet or so, and those are actually on the bottom. So all those fish, you can see them down there on the bottom. All right, so we have a shaky head. We have a swim bait. We have top water. Let me see. Those fish that cover is sitting in about 10 feet of water. So it's not deep at all. So those fish can come out of there and hit something on top pretty easily. Or would you go straight down to where those fish were at and try to get them? What bait would you guys throw to get a bite from there? All right, let's see. Is anybody getting active in the chat with it? Let's see. Chauncey Davis says, I only had 4 pounds and 2 ounces on Saturday. Didn't fish Sunday. Hey, you did better than me because it sounds like you made it to yeah, I mean, yeah, you did better than me. He says, didn't fish Sunday and finished 56th for the year. Looking forward to next year. Do your thing at Norman, fam. All right. Good deal with that. Let me see. And that was one fish. Uh-oh, so you had a nice one. Was that a largemouth? 4 pounds, 2 ounces. All right. So Lawrence says shaky head. All right. We have 2 shaky heads. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get something out there and start shaking the head. We got 2 guys screaming out the shaky heads. Let me change it up a little bit. Let me see. Which shaky head should I throw? Let me throw this one right here. All right. So here we go, guys. So there's the cover. And those fish, some of them are on the back side of it. Some of them are on that front side. By throwing that back side, as you know, there's a chance you may get hung up. But look, there's some fish right there on that back side. And check them out. There's some more back here that look like they're heading over that way from about 100 feet out, heading in. So I'm going to make that cast right there. So check that out. Can you guys see that fish moving right there? I'm going to try to get this cast sitting at about 80 feet. Looks like I fell kind of short. I think it hit at about 70 feet, guys. And I missed the beam. So let's do this. Let me go ahead and get it back in. And what I'll do is I'll make the cast so you guys can actually see it. So you can see where we're sitting at. All right. Yeah. Oh, so now those fish are in there. They're active. Look at them. When I reeled that out of there real fast, can you see all those fish that came out? Some came up back here, and now they're going back. Now they're going back. So I need to make that cast about 70 feet, guys. Did I miss the beam again? Nope. There we go. I hit it right where I said the first time. It hit right at 80 feet. And it's going right down into that cover right there. So I'm going to fish it all the way through. So at some point, I'm going to start hitting that cover. I just have to fish it in a way to where I do not get hung up. All right, Joseph says through a small bait, a spoon. All right, I thought so, Chauncey. Chauncey said that was a largemouth. All right, Lawrence says, please show us the lure before the next cast. He said, oh, good stuff coming. All right, so we'll see. Let's see. So I'm right on the backside of that cover right now. So I don't feel anything yet. But I can see those fish down there. One of them should take it. One of them just want to see what this tastes like. All right, so has anybody taken a look at the thumbnail for tonight's live stream? If you haven't seen it, go in the description and click that link for tonight's live stream. And take a look at that thumbnail. Come back and tell me what you guys think. What do you think? And also, you never know who might show up in the chat, guys. We've had Bass Geek checking in. I know some of you guys know who that is. We've had Johnny from Fish the Moment. Who else? We've had Randy Blockett check in. Let me see who else has come into the chat before. If anybody in the chat now knows and can remember any of the other big time YouTubers and even pro anglers that have come, we had Edward Cohen. If anybody knows who Edward Cohen is, he's been in the chat. He gets active in the chat, especially during the on the water lives is when you'll see Edward Cohen in there. He'll be in there making suggestions and everything. So it's always a good time doing those lives. And for you guys that didn't hear me earlier, on the next On the Water live challenge, it will be a no live imaging contest. So we're gonna ban live imaging on the next on the water tournament that we do, guys. So there'll be 4 or 5 of us on the screen, and you guys will get to actually see how we handle things. And there we go. That was my bait coming up. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there's a fish down there under the boat, and there's some fish way back here where the cover we started fishing. But I fished it all the way down to here just in case those fish were following it. But it doesn't look like they followed it. So let me throw out something a little different. Let's stay in that shaky head family. Oh, somebody wanted to see what a shaky head looks like. Plain and simple. Just a worm, 1/4 ounce jig head on there, and that's it. Yeah, so the colors, I mean, for me, just throw whatever your favorite color is. If they're not biting, change it up. That's pretty much what it is for me. Just trial and error with the baits. All right, so now my bait hit right here at 75 feet. It's coming straight down, and look at those fish. I landed right where those fish were coming through, coming from this way, and they just swerved over to that shaky head. They weren't far from the bottom. So let's see if this is what they want, guys. Let's see. All right, I can feel it coming through that cover now. And I see the fish moving. So these fish might actually, they're close enough to the top to where they may hit something on top. So I'm going to try that next. But sometimes that's the good thing about trying a worm first, because even if it pulls them off of the cover, they just swim right back to it pretty fast. But sometimes whenever you fish something, a moving bait through there, and they get close enough to the boat, they're like, oh, nah, partner, oh, no. We know what you're up to. One of our friends told us how you put a hurting on his mouth before, so we ain't bite nothing. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's check again. Let's check again. Let's see. Let's see. What should we try? Should I throw something that comes over their heads, or should I throw something that goes on top, guys? What do you think? Should I throw a top water? So right now we're sitting 50 to 70 feet out from the cover that those fish are relating to. Should we throw something on top water that comes all the way across the top? Or should I throw something that can go kind of lower, but just above their heads, and see if they'll come out and get it? What do you guys think? All right, Timothy Turner says pretty much no wind today. Yep, that is right. This is a very, very slight breeze right now. I don't feel the breeze at all. All right, so what do you guys think? Let's see. He says smallest jerk bait you have tied on. So I do not, if I do have a jerk bait, it is in the rod locker. So that is something that will go below the surface. So let me go ahead and pick up something that will go below the surface and see what you think. See what you think. So let's see if Lawrence has it on this. All right, let me get lined back up again. Boom. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm going to try to make about an 85 to 90 foot cast and bring it right over the heads of those fish down there and see if they'll come up and grab it. Let's see how that works. All right, good cast. It hit right at 95 feet. So there's where my bait hit. And there are those fish coming off of that brush pile now. And right past those fish. Ooh, I actually hit the cover. Here they come. Here they come. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Take it, take it, take it. Ah. Let me see if I can get close enough for you guys to see the action on the screen. My bait is right in here. Can you see all the fish? All right, so they followed it out, but they didn't hit it. So now let me follow that right back up with something just a little bit slower. I might have thrown that too far. I didn't see where that landed. I was getting a phone call. Uh-oh, let me just reel this back in. Better safe than sorry. I don't feel like that. Oh my God, guys, they out there busting on top. They are on top, guys. All right, well, maybe that was the answer. Maybe I should have went on top instead of down into the water column and pulling those fish off. So what I'm going to do now, instead of throwing that worm down there, let me back off of these fish and put them at about 80 feet out and throw this top water on them. All right, there we go, about 80 feet out. All right, anybody getting active in the chat? Frank Mayer says, throw a blade bait, something like a fish head spin or something like that. I haven't really been having too much luck on those, but I know some people actually have though. I don't have one tied on yet though. Don't have one tied on right now. All right, so now I'm gonna go above the heads of these fish, see if I can make a little noise up top. See if that'll get them to come up and see what the commotion is. All right, no look on that. Joe Winkler says, why no live images? That would be boring. So do you think watching live imaging is boring or not? Because it sounds like you're saying that you like watching people fish offshore live imaging. Let's see if we can get that fish to come up. Nope. Oh, did it swirl on it? Nah. All right, no go on that one. Let me try something that has a little more, makes a little more noise. Let me try that. Drop a bomb on them. All right, let's try something else. Let's try a swim bait. Not a good cast, but you never know. All right, shout out to Joseph and the members of the money team. He says, gotta run. Good luck. I really appreciate it. I know I will be seeing you this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern on the live stream, where we go into dive a little deep into this whole thing about this live imaging controversy that's going on. Be very nice to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Oh my goodness, guys, we had one come up and talk to it, but did not take it. All right, so let me just show you. So I cast that out there. That's the cover. That fish came up. There's the fish. You saw that purple haze just shoot right up to my bait. He did not take it. There's another one sitting back there. But let's try it again. Let's try it again. Oh, yeah, they're getting active, guys. They're moving around down there now. It's getting their attention. Bad cast, bad cast. Get that one back in here. All right, got to make this one about a 60-foot cast. Let's see if I can get it right on the money. There we go, right on the money. 60-foot cast. It hit right in front of 60 feet where those fish are coming in and out of that cover at. So let's see if that's a money cast right there. Let's see. All right, do you run your sonar on 12 volt or 16? Is that 16 volt? I run mine on one interstate AGM battery. I think it's a 31 AGM interstate battery. I pretty much run all of my electronics off of that one battery. And then I have it connected to one of my trolling motor batteries through a Perco switch. But I know I'm eventually going to add another battery into my system some type of way, but I haven't really done that yet. But this is what I've been running since I've had this boat, guys. I've just been running everything off of 1/8 interstate AGM batteries. I think it's a 31 series AGM. It's a real popular battery that the boat manufacturers use. So that's pretty much been my setup. Haven't really had any issues out of it, as long as I keep the batteries charged. There's been a few times where I haven't charged the battery, and then obviously, you know, it won't last for the entire day if I haven't charged it. All right, I was wanting to catch one more before we took off for the day, but since these fish aren't active, and those fish that we were catching a little while ago were active, there's nothing in the fun fishing rule book that says you can't go back and catch some more of those same fish out of that, some more of those fish out of that same school. So let's ease back over there. Make one more cast over here, guys. All right, so Lauren says those images are crystal clear. Oh yeah, man. And on top of that, I've actually accidentally spliced the wire to my Mega Live, I believe 3 times, and had to go back and resolder it. So and it may be in 3 different places where I did that. And so I still have pretty my images and everything still come in pretty clear. All right, then we have, wait a minute. Oh man, guys, we had somebody talking to me a little bit down there. Had two little tappy taps, but didn't take it. How about that? All right, let me hop back into the chat now. So Shadow Bassin says, just bought my Humminbird Live, was on sale. What is that? $250 and getting the $500 Humminbird rebate. Can you clarify? Are you saying you paid $250? Am I reading that right? Just bought my Humminbird Live, was on sale, $250 and getting the $500 Humminbird rebate. Clarify exactly what all you bought. And did you pay $250 for a Mega Live system? Is that what you're saying? If that is the case, I definitely need you to send me that info, because there's some guys that have been wanting to get live imaging, but of course, you know, with those prices, you kind of have to ration out when you're buying your what you're buying and when you're buying it and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure there's some guys that would swing $250. Oh, okay. All right. You said $250 off. Okay. I was like, wow, wait a minute. That doesn't sound like a sale. That sounds like a giveaway. All right. No go on that. Let me try this shaky head one more time. And then we're going to head back to that other spot and see if those fish are still over there wanting to have some fun. All right. Joe Winker says, as long as you show us your graphs, we can chime in as what the fish are reacted to. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think that's pretty fun whenever we do that. And even doing those the live challenges that we do. Sometimes, you know, we'll show you what we're looking at, what we're casting to. And that cast right there went right at 75 feet. I don't know if you guys could see that where it splashed at, and it went right down right at the edge of where that cover is at. And I can see the fish coming over to it that were outside of that cover also. But doesn't look like they're really biting that right now. And it kind of seems like, depending on where you're at in the coves or out on the main lake and stuff like that, it just seems like there's times of the day where the fish are more active than others. So you'll have times where you'll go for hours where you're finding hundreds of fish, but you can get zeros of fish to bite. Find hundreds, but get zeros to the boat. So yeah, I mean, but to me, it's always fun getting out here, relaxing, enjoying the scenery. When you have a nice cool breeze. Right now there isn't really that much of a breeze, but yeah, just out here enjoying things and able to bring this type of footage to you guys, especially some of you guys that aren't able to get out on the water and stuff right now. So it's a way for you to, you know, see somebody out here doing their thing. You can interact with me. I always try to stay active in the comments as much as I can, and make sure you guys share the links and share this channel with other guys, so we can make sure we keep this stuff going and continue to grow. I think right now we're sitting at a little over maybe 7,500 subscribers or something like that. And also the live stream this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys tune in for that. It should be a good one. I think we're going to have a lot of fun on that one. And I will be dropping the link. And what that means is I will be bringing some of you guys, some of you viewers on screen, so that you can actually chime in and give your thoughts, opinions, suggestions, and all that stuff on what you think about live imaging and the way that it's being handled and talked about right now. All right, so let me just show you real quick. So I cast right out here. There's a fish right there that was following my bait. It was on the bottom and it just came up off of the bottom. There's another one coming up off the bottom. So my bait is sitting right in there somewhere. So those fish followed it out, but they're just not biting it. Okay, there's another one going down to it right now. I see 2, 3 going down to it. Let me just show you guys. That purple haze is where you see where the fish were coming from. So they're coming from this right here. So there's a fish right there. That bright area is the fish. That purple haze is the trail that is left behind that fish. So Around 3 or 4 fish just swam from here and went straight down here to where my bait is at. My bait is right in this area right here somewhere. But it doesn't look like they're following it, but it doesn't look like they're willing to commit to anything right now. May just be that time of day, guys. So yeah, so let's see how long have we been running. Running for about 1 hour and 45 minutes. All right, so let's run for about 15 more minutes, guys. Who thinks we will be able to get one more fish to the boat in 15 minutes? All right, let's see. Let's see you guys chime in. Who thinks we will be able to get one more fish within 15 minutes? So we have 3. We got 3 fish to the boat so far. Will we be able to get one more fish to the boat, guys? Look at that. Money bass right there in my hand. All right, Timothy Turner says definitely one more. David Quintero says 110. So are you thinking that the next fish caught is going to be? Oh my goodness, guys! Look right here on my sonar. There's some fish right back there, and there are some more right there. So if you take a look right here on the sonar, there's some fish right there too. So let's just turn around and see if we can catch those. How about that? How about that? All right, so that was live and in action right on the fly. You guys saw me scan over a spot, see the fish. All right, Shadow Bassin says that's also up to the fish cooperating. Is Helix 12 a lot better than Helix 10 for visibility? You're saying, is it a lot better? I do have a comparison video. Search MoneyBass, the size matter. And I have a video where I compared the 10 and the 12. Just search MoneyBass, the size matter, and that will let you kind of see the difference. And you can make the determination, because for me, if you can get the bigger screen, you might as well get the bigger screen. But if it's a matter of you're trying to budget and get other things too, then maybe you kind of go ahead with the 10, and then when you can upgrade to that 12, then you can do that later on, possibly. But for me, if I could get the 12, I would go ahead and get the 12. But I guess that doesn't really answer your question. It's a kind of a hard question for me to answer. Because I've actually, at one point, I had the 10 and the 12 both up here. Had the G3N10 that I have in my console. I used to keep that on the at the front of the boat, and I would run both of them at the same time. Whoa, there's some fish out there suspended, guys. Where'd they go? All right, let's just stay focused. Let me stay focused. I'm seeing too much activity. That's another thing with this live imaging, guys. You'll start seeing a little bit of everything, and then you have to make some decisions. Sometimes it'll make it to where you have so many decisions, you end up making no decision and just miss out on everything. All right, Shadow Bassin says, nice weed edge. Joe Winker says he got $750 off the price. Wow. We have the Mass Bass kid checking in. He said, would you look at that? Would you just look at it? Let me show you guys something to look at. Hold on just a second. Let me get it ready for you. Hold on. Gotta give you something to look at. All right, let's see. I don't see those suspended fish anymore, guys. Let me go ahead and spin around and head back over here and try to find that other school again. We have Shadow Bassin says, oh, right. I watched that one. All right, so I think you're talking about, you saw the size matter video. Then Shadow Bassin says, I got the 10. All right, so what do you think about that 10? All right, Bass for him says, Z20 Pro. I have the 2021. Nice ride. Oh, yeah. I'm rolling in that Nitro Z20 2020. All right, Shadow Bassin says, yep, total was 750 off. Whoo, that was good. If you can drop that in the chat again, is that still active? Because there may be some guys that are interested in that. I know the Mass Bass kid was looking into getting live imaging also. So yeah, if you can drop the information for that discount and that sale that you're referring to, where you got $750 off of the total price, that may help some guys out in the chat. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so what we're doing now, guys, what time is it? How are we looking? 1:51. Uh-oh. I have 9 minutes. 9 minutes left. Drop in the chat. Who thinks I can catch a fish in 9 minutes? 9 minutes, guys. Time is ticking. And actually, if you guys watched that last On the Water Live, the verses, it came down to that, to the last 9 minutes. I think somebody caught a fish within the last what was it, 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and then somebody caught another fish right with 1 minute left and was able to get it to the boat. But luckily neither one of them was able to come and catch me. That 3 pound 8 ounce, yeah, that was a 3, and was it 3.9 or 3.8 that I had caught? Okay, I have something to show you guys. But that 3 pound, that 3.9 or 3.8 that I caught, that one was kind of hard to you know, it was kind of hard for them to come back from that. All right, so let me show you guys. Here we go. Here we go. Got 9 minutes. They're the fish that I'm targeting right there. They're lined up like I need them to be, right above that cover. So let's see if I can get these fish to come up and talk to me. Do you want to talk to me? Uh-oh. Yep, I think they're going to come up and talk to me, guys. I think they're going to come up and talk to me. Yep, some of them came, but they didn't talk to me yet. Come on over there and talk to me. I need it all up in your mouthpiece. Come on, come on, come on. May have missed my opportunity, guys. I'm sitting at about 60 feet away from him. I think I came in a little too close. Came in a little too closey close. Let me just scan around and see if there's anything else I can see that I may have missed. All right, I have about 7 minutes left, guys. Can I catch one in 7 minutes? What do you think? All right, I'm going to hop out of the chat for a minute. See if I can get focused in these last 7 minutes. See if I can make it happen. Woo. Okay, let me show you. Here we go. Another screenshot for you. There's the cover. Those fish, you see the purple haze from where the fish were at. So they're coming out, but I think I just got a little too close. And look right here, right under the boat, guys. Can you see all these fish down here on the bottom? Let me change it up real quick and see. See if maybe they want to try something else. Uh-oh, don't tell me I'm tangled. All right, can I catch one more in 5 minutes, guys? We have 5 minutes on the clock. Can I catch one more? We've been rolling for about 1 hour and 55 minutes. Got 3 to the boat right off the bat. And then they kind of shut down on me. But you guys were able to see, you know, how I come out here and use this live imaging, how I do it. Had some great conversation. Make sure you guys tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the live stream. I will be bringing some of you guys on the up on the live stream so that you can offer your thoughts, opinions, suggestions. We'll make it interactive, same way that we do on the water, guys. The only difference is right now I'm the only one you see on the screen, but you guys can cam up. Make sure your lighting is good and signal is good. I'll bring you up on the screen and you can give me your thoughts and opinions on all of this talk about banning live imaging. What do you really think about it? And we'll do another poll. You know how we do with the polls, guys. That'll kind of let us read the room, see who we have in the checking in for the live stream with the polls. All right, let's see. So no takers on that. Try something else a little different. All right, so that was about 100-foot cast right there. And I see those fish sitting out there about that 90-foot range. Let me just bring it right through them and see what they think about that. Uh-oh, there they go. They following me, guys. They follow me. All I need is for one to get kind of froggy. Go ahead and make something happen. They follow me, guys. They follow me. Let's see if I can show you on the screen. You guys can see them down there at the bottom. They're about 60 feet out. And it's a no-go. All right. It's a no-go. Let me move in a little closer. See what else, see if I'm missing anything out there. Time is ticking. Time is ticking on me, fellas. All right, hit that one right out there at about 60 feet. So I'm targeting these fish right here. These are the ones that I was just targeting a minute ago. You can still see them moving around, but I know there's some fish that are hiding down in there. So I'm going down to those. Let's see if I can get something out of there. The dog days of summer, guys. Got 3 fish to the boat within the what was that, about the first 45 minutes, guys. Caught the first one at 7 minutes in on the live stream. Then I caught 2 more not too long after that. And then I think they ran around and told all their buddies, told everybody on it, so none of them were biting anymore. All right, so those fish are out there suspended at about 70, 80 feet. And they're suspended about 10 feet of water. That actually might be, they might be high enough in the water column for me to actually get them to come up and hit on top. So let's try it out and see what happens. All right, guys. Time is ticking away. 30 seconds left. Can we make it happen? Can we make it happen? All right. 2 hours in, guys. All right, so I just wanted to come out here, get a gauge for the room, let you guys know that tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing the live stream. The link to tonight's live stream is in the description. Make sure you click the link in the description. Give me some feedback. What do you guys think about that thumbnail? Make sure you guys get active in the chat as always. 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be dropping the link also. So you guys, I can pull you up on the screen, get your thoughts, opinions, and everything on the topic for the evening. The other thing, the next on the water challenge that we do, if anybody's wondering what that is, we will have 3, 4, 5 different anglers. We will all be on the screen the same way that you can see me. You will have an angler here, 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 here. There will be 4 or 5 of us on the screen, and we will be able to interact with each other. That you guys will be able to interact with us. We can hear each other talking and everything. So it's a very interactive and live on the water challenge. And this next one will be no live imaging. So live imaging will be banned on the next tournament. So make sure you guys tune in for that. A lot of people have been asking for it. So we'll see if people tune in and watch it, see if guys like that format or not. But the other thing that will be added in the mix is that you will hear a lot of trash talking. If we see somebody not catching fish or catching short fish or whatever's going on, we'll let them know about it. So the heat will be on. So it's always a good time. All right. And if anybody's interested in seeing what that format looks like, just make sure you go to my channel, go to the live section, and you will see where there are some verses that are on there. And you'll see the thumbnail with me on there, along with 3 or 4 other anglers. And that's pretty much what we do. We get out on the water and make some things happen, guys. All right, and looks like I saw something moving around out there. I got to keep scanning around. All right, so let's see. What was the other thing, guys? Let me just hop back into the chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. So Shadow Basson says the Humminbird rebate is active to the end of September. The sale was at Riverside Outdoors, Canada. Okay, all right, good deal with that. So what was the total? What was the total to get the live imaging and one of the screens? All right, so Bill Meek says they're having a big sale on forward-facing sonar systems before they get banned. Oh, man, I need to have my sound effects so I can hit the horn on that one. All right, and then we have the Mass Bass Tid checking in, says, I believe you can get one. Oh man, I let you down. But I'll stay out here for a few more minutes after the live stream is over and see what I can do and give you an update on that. Shadow Basson says sales is still on. All right, the Mass Bastard says at Shadow Basson. Sounds good. Gonna check it out. Thanks. There we go. Appreciate everybody for always hopping in the chat and willing to help each other out, guys. That's what we're about, building a community of like-minded guys that are out here just to help each other out and enjoy life, enjoy time while we can. All right, Shadow Basson says, I fished almost 20 years with no electronics. Oh yeah, I fished way longer than that with no electronics. All right, then we have Chauncey. Well, I'm not on. Oh my goodness. What was that over there? Had a quick emergency interruption, guys. Just a little fish over there coming up on the water saying, hey, cast over here to me. So I had to do that real quick. This is live, guys, so it's not scripted. So you never know what's going to happen. All right, let's see. The Mass Bass Tid says, Basson, sorry for the autocorrect. All right, no worries. They will call to confirm order. Sounds good. Maybe an underspin. So yeah, we'll get out here and do it again, guys. But like I said, just make sure you guys tune in tonight for the live stream. We're gonna have a good time with it, as we always do, and get active in the chat. All right, guys. Last cast. Let's see what happens. Let me throw something slow and low. All right, let's see. Last cast. Let me count it down. 1. Count it down to about 15. All right, Shadow Basson said 1 more cast. Yes, sir. 1 more cast. All right, I see a fish coming up to it already. You see that fish right there? There he goes, coming up to it. So let's see if he starts falling, then maybe one of his buddies will come over there and say, hey, I want a piece of that action. That's what we're trying to do, guys. Get him jealous, make him start fighting over it. All right, he's following it a little bit. Let's see if you guys can see him on the screen. He's following it a little bit. Nah, they don't look active enough to bite right now, guys. All right. Nah, almost all the way back to the boat. I see another one kind of eyeballing it. We have Sir You checking in. Sir You says, "What's up, Money Bass? What's going on, Sir You? Glad you're checking in. Make sure you tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will have an interesting topic. The link is in the description. Make sure you guys click that link and click the notify button so that you guys will be notified when that live stream begins. And shout out to Shadow Bass, and heard that song from my boater a lot. One last cast, huh? All right, guys. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be doing a live stream. And also make sure you guys stay tuned for the upcoming On the Water Challenge, where it will be no live sonar. So we will be old school, semi-old school. I mean, of course, you know, we just won't be using live imaging. But who knows what will happen? All right, I just had these fish follow us down real quick. So I had to kind of slow talk you real quick, just in case I didn't want to get a hook set right after the live stream ended. You know what I mean? Then I'd be like, oh, man. All right, but anyway, guys. All right, see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Really, really appreciate everybody contributing and supporting the channel. Oh, and speaking of supporters of the channel, let me put this banner down here. Want to give a shout out to Joe Winkler. Let me see, is this the right? Hold on one second. Some special thank you so much to the sponsor. Yes, Joe Winkler was a sponsor of the last live stream, and that carried on to this live stream because there were no super chat super stickers. So whoever gives the largest super chat super sticker during each live stream is the sponsor of that live stream. So shout out for Joe Winkler for holding on to that title for another live stream. All right, guys, appreciate all the support. I'll see you this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern.